So in this video, I'm gonna go over how I plan on investing into the stock market to make well over $100,000 for this year. Now, a few months back before 2021 had started, I made a couple videos talking about my Robinhood portfolio and my investment strategy. I haven't made an update video since I last got my identity stolen. If you guys have not yet seen that video yet, make sure you do at the end of this video. But a ton of you guys have been asking me, Brian, what's going on with the stock market update? You're not doing any of those before. Because we're mainly a credit card channel, I didn't think many people would be interested in that type of content. But surprisingly, a lot of you guys have been DMing me and asking me to make an update video. So in this one, we're going to be going over how I plan on making $100,000, how much money right now I've made from Robinhood, what my investment strategy is, and what I recommend you to do moving into the year of 2021. Now, first things first, before we get started with this video, don't forget to drop a like down below. If you guys drop a like down below on these videos, you'll see a lot more similar content to this, which will help you yourself in consuming this material, which will make you smarter, which will make you more money through the end of the year. So if you want to be on that high IQ gang, if you want to be on that rich squad, drop a like down below on this video. And guys, I don't know if it's just my YouTube, I don't know if it's my algorithm, but I've been getting hit with like these 10, 30-second viral videos with like millions of views. They're really addicting to watch, but I've been watching so many of them and killing my time. I think YouTube's trying to do like a TikTok thing here. So if you guys are experiencing that as well, let me know down below, because I don't know. I've been seeing a lot of shorter videos, enjoying them, but it definitely hasn't been helping me in terms of my educational value content that I typically consume. One last thing other than that, don't forget to check out Robinhood down below if you guys have not yet signed up for this app. I'm sure 80% of you guys already have it, but for that small percentage of people who don't, if you guys use the link down below, you'll actually score a free stock. One stock could be valued up to $200-$300 depending on how lucky you are, but you are 100% guaranteed to win a free stock if you use the link down below. Robinhood has been my favorite app. I've been using them the longest since I've been in high school. So if you guys want to check it out, link down below in the description. Now, before I get started with revealing to you my entire Robinhood portfolio and the gains we've had and the stocks that I'm invested into, I wanted to give you a brief recap of where we are since we had our first Robinhood investing episode. With the first episode, I showed you my investment portfolio. I definitely have been getting into a couple other companies that I'm going to show you later on in this video. So my original strategy has been to invest 80% of my assets into Tesla.
You know, is that actually happened? Of course it happened. I think this is,
while 20% actually goes into Bitcoin.
You heard it here first. Bitcoin is going to zero. Zero.
All right, so let me open up my Robinhood app and show you the gains that we've made over the past few months. So far with Robinhood, in one day yesterday, it was pretty good. Right now we're in aftermarket since it's the weekend. But in the past week, I've made 9.48% or $7,533. My entire portfolio right now is at $87,018.89. Since the last time we made this video, I believe we were at $40,000 or $50,000 in our Robinhood portfolio. I do need to mention I did deposit a little bit more of my own money, but as you can see, in the past month, we're up 17.42% or $12,911. And in the past 3 months, we are up 29.27% or $19,703.50. This means in the past 3 months, I've made over $19,000 in unrealized capital gains. I do want to mention that this investment portfolio is fairly new. I did reinvest into Tesla with my Roth stocks as well. So although they hit an all-time high, I've still been making forward progress with those investments. Tesla, halfway through this week, I think they're at like 770. When they broke 700, people thought it was too much. We're at 800, I believe $50. We'll check right now too where Tesla's at. But the all-time highs just keep going up with a lot of these investments. So if you believe, oh, I don't want to go in right now because it's too high for me, I'm going to wait for this dip, we'll talk about what you need to do later on in this video. Let me first show you exactly what stocks are making up this portfolio before we go ahead and do that. So I did enter a couple new positions. This was in courtesy of ARK Invest, PSTG, also known as Pure Storage. I entered them, I believe, at $23.32 at 150 shares, which make up for 4% of my portfolio. I have not made a huge return, but this is one SPAC that I am keeping my eye out for. We have NNDM, Nano Dimensions. This is another SPAC that I recently just entered. I am up 5% since I went in on this at $8.71. They're currently at $9.19. Nano Dimension is much riskier of a stock, so I do highly recommend you to do your own research before investing into anything that I'm invested into as well. Academy Sports and Outdoors, if you've been following along my series, you know that I've been a huge advocate of them. As a company, they've been performing extremely well over the past few months, and so far with this stock, I'm up 31%. Also, $1,725 or 8.39% of my entire pie. I do plan on holding a lot of these stocks. If I do sell any of the stocks that I have on this portfolio, I'm only going to be selling to reinvest into Tesla, and we'll be going over some strategy later on that I'll mention earlier. Golden Nuggets is another stock that I want to share with you. I've been investing into this stock for a little bit now, I think at least 3-4 months, and this is a recommendation that I had from one of my buddies, Ryan Scribner. He also runs another investing channel, but with this one, we're up 32%. I'm just going to continue to hold that. They did have a mergers acquisition, so this is another SPAC. You'll realize that with my investments, I often prefer those type of companies just in case we see some high returns with it. Also keep in mind, these companies are much more riskier, okay? They are high growth stocks, and they do have the chance of losing your money just in case they go out of business, or they just don't give you decent returns at the end of the year. The other stock I have is Purple. I do believe that this one is still significantly undervalued, but I did enter this position at about $25, and I've been holding them since. I'm up 35% with this. The mattress industry is huge, okay? You guys have to realize the market cap on this is absolutely insane. I do personally believe that Purple Innovation is still worth a lot more, and I could see them reaching the $50 mark for the stock right here. I am just going to hold this, like I said, unless I plan on selling just to reinvest into another high growth stock like Tesla. Pinterest is another position I have. This is up 26%. We also have Alibaba, which is my worst performing stock. As you guys can see, Alibaba has just been going down. I know a lot of people that I talk to with stock market investing have sold their positions as well when they hit their first drop off right here, and they seem to keep going down. I don't know if this is because the homie Jack is missing, getting his nipples tied to a car battery in the bottom of China's government, but whew. Yeah, Alibaba, it is still not performing well. I am holding this, and I do rarely sell stocks for a loss, but for this one, I may have to take an L at some point to reinvest back into another growth company. Now, the most interesting stock I have in my portfolio, this is going to be Tesla. They are trading at $867 right now. So over this past week, I bought under $10,000 extra worth of Tesla. They keep going up. Hopefully, we're going to see them go up again. But what you have to realize with a stock like this is that they are significantly overvalued. It makes absolutely no sense why they keep going up, but I'm not complaining. I'm going to keep riding the wave, and I'm going to keep dollar cost averaging the stock. Even though it is at an all-time high, I do believe this is going to keep going higher. This stock I could see going to at least $1,000. You also have to keep in mind that they did do multiple stock splits before in the past. So if I do the math right now, I believe this is at like $4,000 a share. I could be a little off right there, but you have to realize that they are much more valued than they are with the actual price that we're seeing now for the stock market. If Tesla hits another $1,000, will I sell? 100% no. I'm holding this stock for as long as possible. And the stock that I compare Tesla to is going to be something like Netflix back in the day. When I was in college, people would say, oh man, if only I invested into Netflix like 5 years ago when I was in high school. To me, Tesla is that and much, much more. If you were to put your investment into one company, I do believe that Tesla is going to be that stock. Also, big disclaimer, yet again, I am no stock market professional or advisor. This is all strictly for entertainment purposes only. And if you do want to follow along on my investment and make some bank with me, go right ahead. But if you don't, completely fine too. A couple other things I want to mention. QCOM still have been holding this for the past few months. It is up 10%, not huge gains. Apple, I am up 13% or $900. I'm not going to go through all the stocks I own because as you can see, I do own about 40 or 50 more stocks on this portfolio. So you can pause this video to see all the other investments that I have. But I do want to start selling a lot more stocks to put back into Tesla as well, especially once we see a dip. I also do want to talk about people's worries that there's going to be a crash or a correction. We'll talk about that after I go over my portfolio. Slack is another one that I am entered into. I'm up 30% with that. Going down, I did invest into Sony. This was right before they came out with the PS5. With all the demand, they have been bullish as well, which has been great. I've made 15% with my returns so far, and they are only 2.4% of my entire portfolio. Facebook, I might be letting this one go soon. I've been watching a lot of Mark Zuckerberg's interviews online, and dude, Congress, there's a new guy out there who's absolutely obliterating him, so I don't know what Facebook is going to do. I feel like although Facebook is a monster company, the things that are really going to slow them down is the regulations provided to us by the government. It looks like Congress, they're not a huge fan of these giant tech companies at all, and I just don't feel comfortable as a shareholder in investing my money into businesses that can't abide by the law. That's my 2 cents though right there. Another stock that many people have been asking me about is NEO. Brian, are you a NEO? Have you had NEO? I've had NEO for quite a while now. They're up 34% in my portfolio, but I only bought 30 shares of it. I know I could have done more, but I would rather put my money into Tesla, although it is a much more expensive stock. I'd rather go into Tesla. So that right there was my Robinhood portfolio. Now let me talk to you guys about my thoughts on a recent correction coming up or the stock market crashing, because that seems to be the talk right now while everything has been going up. Here's my personal opinion. I do not believe that there will be a stock market crash anytime soon. I do believe that there will be corrections in individual markets. I do believe that Tesla is going to take a dip, but I don't think it's going to be substantial at all. And when it does happen, I recommend many of you guys to enter a position then. I also know that a majority of the world is thinking that way right now, not just with the stock market, but with other currencies like Bitcoin as well. Because of that reason, you have to realize the correction is not going to hit as bad. If I'm wrong, but this is what I genuinely believe in. We are going to see some ups and downs, just like how a normal stock market performs. But if you stay in it for the long run and you do the one strategy, the easiest thing you can do to stay profitable and successful in stock market investing, just hold your position regardless of how the market fluctuates. If I sell any positions, like I said, it's only to reinvest into that company. And if you're in a situation right now where you don't have money or you're investing a percentage of your net worth, but you don't have a large emergency fund, and say worst case scenario, which I don't think is going to happen at all, but the economy crashes, the stock market crashes, you lose your job, and then the gains that you have end up being a loss. You have to sell your money or your stocks for a loss, and then you're down negative. That's worst case scenario. I don't think that's going to happen, but this is why you don't invest money you don't have. This is why I don't trade options right now. This is why I recommend you to start investing money that you don't believe that you're going to see back for at least a few years. I've also been getting a lot of questions on the type of information I consume in order to get my investment recommendations and my strategy. Number one, I do have a strong network of other investors that I keep up with on a day-to-day basis. If there are any huge movements in stocks, if we see any weird acquisitions coming up, this is oftentimes a signal for me to then do my own research to see if their profit and earnings make sense, to go through the company's financials and make an educated decision on investing into that company. I also do tend to surround myself with other sources of information on different platforms, whether this is Stock TikTok.
How to turn your $600 stimmy into 13,000 stocks to invest in 2021. The first one is Blink, BLNK, the gas station of electric vehicles. Last year, their stock price was just $1.89, and today it sits at $42.75. That's a 2,161% growth. The next one is Square, SQ. Last year, their stock price was $63, and today it stands at $217. That's a 240% growth so far.
I follow a good amount of accounts in order to just consume information, like little nuggets here and there throughout the day. I do watch a couple other investing YouTube channels, and I do want to give a couple shout outs as well. So for a while, I've been watching Bruce Wayne, also known as Bruce Wang. This is the Batman of Robinhood right here. I've also been watching, this is a pretty underrated channel as well. Matthew Keogh does a great job at going through the company's financials and analytics. And I've been watching this guy right here, Vincent, as well. So as you guys can see, we all have one thing in common. we are all personal finance YouTubers. No, but in all seriousness, I do recommend watching these channels as well. They do a great job in providing information. And I'm not just saying this because we all literally look alike. I'm just saying this because it's actually pure value. I don't know about you guys, but I am kind of sick of all of these mainstream personal finance channels. And I do prefer watching the more underrated ones that don't get that many views. I highly recommend you guys to check out Dumb Money as well. One of the best channels. They should have like 3 million subscribers. I don't know why they still haven't blown up yet, but there's so many other channels out here, more mainstream, that provide the fluffiest information. Yeah, I don't want to make this video 50 minutes long. All I'm going to say is make sure you do your research on who you consume your content from. So the final thing I wanted to talk about in this video was some stocks that you can look out for and how I plan on making $100,000 in the market. Now, yes, I do have a good amount to put in the market, so the returns I do see are going to be exponential. But based off the research that I'm doing and the projected growth I have on this account, if everything goes according to plan, we are going to see $100,000 well before the end of the year. We are at $21,000 in unrealized gains. That's over 20% of our goal, and we are not halfway through the month of January yet. I am also considering all the lows that we're going to have involving this, but I do need to mention I do have many other accounts with different brokerages and apps: Acorns, SoFi, Public, even Webull, Charles Schwab. Even if I don't hit my goal number on this Robinhood account, which I know I will, I still have my other portfolios that are well diversified that will carry me across the finish line. Now, moving forward into this year, here is what my actual plan is. I want to stick by the strategy I've had since the beginning, and that's by allocating a majority of my portion into Tesla. This is going to suck on the days where Tesla is bearish because my entire portfolio is going to tank, but I'd rather score big than to be more risk diversified in my first year investing. There are going to be many other channels that recommend you to be safer, to be more diversified, to go into dividends. I am playing this a little differently. It's not what I recommend. It is definitely above average, but I know that if I score big, we are going to be able to make some incredible content for YouTube and hopefully be able to change some lives out here as well. The adjustment that I'm going to make that I haven't mentioned yet, though, is definitely the area in Bitcoin and in cryptocurrency. Originally, my plan was to have a large portion of my assets into Tesla, but I am going to split that out just a little bit. So we have a little bit more into Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and I have been trading a couple altcoins since a few months back, and they have been incredibly green for me. So I may move into that world of altcoins too. I do need to do a bit more research, but recently I did pick up a partnership with one of the largest crypto trading platforms. So if you guys watch more videos on my channel, you'll see a video talking about that later on. I'm really excited about that partnership, but so far 2021 has been great. I've actually been making more money from my investments than from my businesses itself. It would be silly not to enter the market right now. It would be silly to be holding onto cash right now with the rate of inflation, all the stimulus coming out, and the additional $2,000 stimulus check that they are trying to pass. This would be the third stimulus check that the American people get. It makes no sense to just hold your money in a savings account. It makes way better sense in order to invest that somewhere. I'm not telling you to invest into the most risky asset portfolios ever. Put your money in something that is not the dollar, because I am actually genuinely concerned about the rate of inflation and what the dollar is worth. So that was my video right there, talking about how I plan on making $100,000 in the stock market as a beginner. Hopefully you guys found some value in this, and let me know down below in the comments if you did. Let me know if you guys enjoy this type of video. If you do like this content and you want to see it again, don't forget to subscribe to the channel down below. You can get one free stock with Robinhood as well using my link down below in the description. Follow me on Instagram if you guys have not yet already, and don't forget to watch my other videos on this channel, especially the Robinhood episode 1 if you have not yet seen that already. But anyways, thank you all so much again for watching this video, and until next time, have a good one. Peace out.